Yo guys, what's up? It's me, back again for some more Venture Bro stuff because I've been kind of busy recently and I'm back again. We got some cool stuff planned for the next couple weeks, so hopefully you'll stick around. But right now, we're going to be talking about Detective Comics, or DC, and the Venture Bros, because I'm sure you've all realised there are a ridiculous amount of DC references in this show. There's also a ridiculous amount of Iron Man, Marvel ones, but I haven't compiled them all into a list because they seem way longer. And we get to start off a lot easier with our DC references because we've got the Bat.
Call me the Bat. One
of Hank Venture's many awesome personas, and very clearly a reference to the Batman.
Lock and load! Then I'll see you in heck.
We see the Bat a few times throughout season 2, and then right at the end in our finale episode, pre-finale episode, penultimate episode, Hank confronts the legendary assassin Latour during the epic showdown between him and Brock Sampson about the Bat and the fact that he would never kill anybody.
What about Batman? Well, you call yourself a Batman fan? He would never kill anybody.
As they bond over the Silver Age comic books, but Latour gets on Hank's bad side as he says he only reads the Batman because he has the best villains.
I have a confession, Hank. I only like the Batman because he has the best villains.
Of course, Latour is not the best villain, as he then makes the awful decision to try and kill Brock Sampson and is cut in half. Which probably sucks for him. But that's our first big confirmation that the Bat is Batman. Not that it wasn't obvious from when we first see the Bat and him getting his tongue stuck in a mouse slit.
The recirculated air on my chest is a baptism. Oh, what's the matter? My tongue keeps getting caught in the mouth slit.
But throughout the show, Hank becomes a better Batman than even Batman. He takes on multiple super science animal hybrids using no gadgets, well, except a jetpack, but mainly his own wits as he's trained by the jungle and doesn't have some weird fear of bats. Next up, another fan favourite is Captain Sunshine. Obviously, a big old Superman reference.
Look, it's Captain Sunshine. He's back.
Oh, thank goodness. He'll clean up the crime in this city.
As we see him flying through the sky. Is it a bird? Is it a plane? No, it's Captain Sunshine with another weird young child, because he's also a Batman reference.
Awesome! It's almost as cool as the Batcave. Yeah, I didn't know the Monarch hated anyone besides my dad.
Because it's definitely weird to keep adopting young children, and Captain Sunshine definitely seems to be doing it for a odder reason than even Batman.
How would you like to be my new Wonderboy?
Whoa, you mean like be your partner and stuff?
And stuff.
He has all the superpowers of Superman. He gets his powers from our sun. He can fly. He has super strength. An alter ego that works in a television station, which is basically nowadays is equivalent to a newspaper.
Mother and puppies are all doing just fine. Barbara?
And he adopts Hank thinking he's an orphan after the Monarch has brutally slain Wonderboy 2, and Wonderboy 1 is just sort of not really in a state to be performing heroics.
I get to keep most of the costume, but I'm no longer allowed to call myself Wonderboy when I appear in public.
But while his physical appearance and superpowers are that of Superman, he really is the Batman type, except that he does not solve crimes at night. He has a secret lair under his mansion, the Sanctum Solarium.
For me?
Get out of my Sanctum Solarium!
Wonderboy is your clear stand-in for Robin, and the Monarch is the Joker to this Batman as he killed Jason Todd or Wonderboy in a fit of rage. Which is honestly one of the, well, maybe not one of the worst, but definitely one of the more messed up things the Monarch did, slaying some child in rage. But he's the Monarch. He's a villain. He's a bad guy. We'll get over it. Captain Sunshine worked with a team of superheroes known as the Super Gang, which is a very dead-on reference to the Freedom Fighters, some obscure comic I hadn't heard of before I started doing the research on this. And they are originally Uncle Sam, Phantom Lady, the Ray, the Human Bomb, Black Condor, and Dollman, which, I mean, as we can see, really similar to our boys here. And even though they're just one-off characters that weirdly didn't show up again, which kind of makes me a bit sad. I would have loved to see at least Uncle Sam getting his ass handed to him by Brock Sampson. Another clear but very well hidden DC reference. But talking less hidden, Warriana, truly a great Amazonian warrior, ripped from the pages of Wonder Woman. She has a magic truth lasso, she wears badass gold armor, she has giant, invisible, flying mode of transport, and hers seems to be, you know, better than a magic invisible plane.
Anna, untie your truth lasso.
Fallen Archer is a little bit of a parody of both Hawkeye and the Green Lantern. No, Jesus Christ, there are too many characters with the prefix green. There's Green Arrow, there's Green Lantern, there's Green Hornet. He's the Green Arrow. He wears his hood, he shoots people with his creepy feet arrows.
Ow! Ah! Who the f*** are you? You're dancing with the Fallen Archer now, big man. Too bad you got 2 left feet.
Which I think is supposed to be the box, sort of like a parody of the boxing arrows from Green Arrow. But he's a weirdo, and I would not be surprised if we found out that the Fallen Archer has a foot fetish because his arrows are literally feet. Brainiac, big old reference to Brainiac, a giant, big-headed supervillain with super intelligence who can control robots with his mind.
You Jaro! Squash them like the bugs they are!
Obviously, as we see him in the show, he is no longer at his prime, but he does manage to activate the self-destruct system on an island full of superheroes and good guys. Unfortunately, we see Richard Impossible's first, well, good act. It wasn't intentionally a good act, but nevertheless, he saved everyone's lives. King Gorilla, big reference to Gorilla Grodd, a super intelligent ape man with super strength and some business smarts. King Gorilla doesn't seem to have been as successful as Gorilla Grodd over the years, ending up in super jail after, sodomizing half a man on live television.
What could we do? You eviscerated and sodomized Vince Neil on national television.
Hey, I only sodomized half of him. They wanted the surreal life. KG gave it to him.
It was the early 2000s. If society wasn't a little bit more homophobic towards gay gorillas, then I don't know what it was. Radical Left, a villain with 2 faces. Clearly a reference to Two-Face, but weirdly a lot better. Whereas Two-Face is sort of divided by arguing personalities, Radical Left seems to get on pretty well with Right Wing, who is his other side that just kind of wants to live a normal life.
And I'm Radical Left! I want anarchy! And maybe a nice home and a family. Yeah!
Right Wing wants to have a lovely family, maybe a nice house. Left Wing, or Radical Left even, wants to burn down all systems of government and see what would happen. But together, they make a pretty good pairing. After they got out of Dunwich, they ended up with a seat on the Guild Council. So, presto changeo is a reference to quite obviously the Joker. And since they're both voice acted by the legendary Mark Hamill, it's hard to miss this one. Whereas the Joker and Presto share significant clown themes, he also has shape-shifting powers, sort of like that of Plastic Man, being able to turn into inanimate objects, and also Helper, who may or may not have a soul, I don't know.
Them's are laser shielded and too small for any old dum-dum, so I just presto change-o into a snake and slither into the lab.
And Boggles the Clue Clown, he's another Joker reference, with a little bit of Riddler thrown in, as he plays a cruel joke on Captain Sunshine, as his corpse is buried beneath the earth for...
What kind of jag won't help you fix a flat, or score a royal flush, or plug your phone in? The answer may surprise you.
Psst, shucks, that one's easy.
Shh, flat, flush, phone. Boggles, you fiend! What does it mean?
One last time. Well, I guess it probably went in a second time, based on what the answer to the clue was. Should I do a Marvel one of these? What did you think? There's more Venture Bros stuff coming. Keep kicking around.